So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. Don't worry, I'll be back on camera by the end of this week. So by the title, we're going to be talking about this viral situation out of Washington, D.C. where a hairstylist literally dragged a 15-year-old client through her shop because she thought the girl was trying to run off without paying her. I've seen this story all down my TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and I really think it's very debatable and opens up a conversation about the interpersonal, professional relationships with stylists and customers. Now, the stylist in question goes by the name Jayla Amora. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. At first, I thought it said Jada Amore, aka Jada Cheese. I was like, oh Lord, what have we gotten into? But the names are very similar. So Jayla is a stylist out of Washington, D.C. She is only 18 years old, and she has really made an impressive name for herself by being so young but rich off of doing hair. As I look through her socials, Jayla comes off like many hairstylists who double as influencers in the urban beauty realm. I think her look is very on trend with the modern glamour in the black beauty space for the younger generation. So the frontals, different colored hair, lashes, urban fashion, and just being creative in that era. And many girls try, and some girls have luck with being able to work hard at their craft and see the fruit of their labor. Recently, Jayla posted that she got her first apartment at the age of 18 just a few weeks ago, and I'm proud of that. I wish I could have done that at 18 and really found something stable that worked for me that I love to do that really allowed for that type of freedom. So it's good to see young people, especially young black girls, being able to live a life of luxury, especially when you know they've earned it. I love seeing independent girls do their thing, and I do think it's motivational for women within Jayla's age group and older to see what she has done for herself. So congrats on your new apartment. Jayla also attested to being a six-figure business owner in one of her posts where she shows her $100,000 earnings and gives herself a pat on the back for reaching such a triumphant milestone. So as someone who's been an entrepreneur since I was also maybe just as young as her, as well as someone who has used social media to make a living, and someone who is also really into the beauty space, I feel like a proud big sister when I see her success. Now, more about Jayla. She went viral on TikTok a few years ago because one of her clients tried to run off on her after she received her service. This incident and her doing a story time on TikTok helped to propel her online presence, and she really capitalized off of this. The video has over 5 million views on Jayla's TikTok account, and not to say she wasn't booked and busy before, but she was viral once before, and with being viral, you can definitely step into another level of popularity and income if you do it right. So it's a little lengthy, but let's check out the story time about that incident.
Hey, take my phone. Hey, you can get your phone. You can play all night. All night.
Okay, so this story time is way long overdue. Y'all been asking for a couple years. Not a couple years. That happened in like 2023, maybe 2022. What year was that? Not sure. But one of those summers, y'all. So I had a client. Let me tell y'all. I'm gonna give y'all like the whole rundown from when she first got there. Mind y'all, this was cool as shit. Like, she cool as shit. We talking the whole time. This was her first time booking with me. And mind you, I was booked the whole day. Like, I had endless clients. But she texted, for the same day. At this time, I had the same day fee. Because, same day. But no, it wasn't like a same day appointment fee. But it's because she had a closure. The wig, like, I got to bleach the knot. I got to bleach it, pluck it. I got to do all that the same day. And she also added on wash and blow dry. And then along with the service. So, y'all, her remainder was like $300. Like, maybe like $310. Okay, cool. So, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take you. You're going to be my last client. But I already was booked. So, I took her at like 10 o'clock. Okay, a late appointment. She cool. I'm like, we cool. Okay, cool. Then we end up going to smoke. She's like, yeah, I can fire you up. All that. Okay, because in the video, y'all gonna hear her say, I smoked you up. Yeah, she did. We did go smoke, but like, that's because I'm thinking she a cool client. We can go do that. You can't do that with all of them. Okay, cool. So after we done smoking, we get back in the shop, and we still talking, everything cool. But then she like, my daughter taught me how to do my own edges, some shit like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So when your edges mess up, you're gonna know how to fix them. That's good, everything like that, everything. And then, like right when it got time, imagine the edges is the last thing I do. So her whole head is done and there's nothing to do but the edges. And she like, I left something in the car. I'm getting on point now. So I'm like, I'm almost done. Like, you only gonna be like 5 more minutes. And then, then you can get whatever you need. Cause like, you almost done. I just gotta swoop your edges and that's it. Right when I said that, she like, oh, well, I don't like this by my hair. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like that. She started putting endless shit out saying she don't like her hair. So I started laughing because I'm like, oh, she doing this? So I'm like, so, okay, so what you want me to fix? Like, what you don't like? So let me just fix it. She's like, no, I'm just about to go. She started grabbing her shit And I'm like, you just about to go where? She like, I'm about to leave. So I stand in front of my suite door. I'm like, cause where you going? Like, I'm just standing right there. And then she started like grabbing the door handle. Like, I'm blocking the door. But she like started grabbing the door handle. So my body, I'm moving with the door cause she trying to open it. So in my head right then and there, I'm like, mind you, I was young. I don't got this mindset now. But back then I'm like, okay, so I'm about to have to fight this because where the f you going with my money? And mind you, she know I'm young because like as we was talking, you know, I was saying that she was like, she fuck with it, she love this for me and all this. But at that point, I'm thinking she trying to play with me because she know I'm young and she, you know. So as soon as I open the door, we both start walking. That's when the video stopped, when we walking out. Okay, cool. Then like she really trying to get out, she ended up pushing me. And right when she pushed me, I stole her ass. I'm beating the shit out of her, but you can't see it. Like all in the video, all you hear is a whole bunch of I was fucking her ass up. Then you see us come back in the camera and I swung her and yeah, we fighting my job. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. We the only people in the shops. Like there's nobody in there to break it up or none. So while we on the floor, we all holding each other. She like, you was being the little girl, I was gonna pay you. No, you wasn't. Cause while we in the situation, so I let her go. And when I get up, I see both our phones was on the ground. Okay, cool. I picked them both up. And she like, get my phone, get my phone. I'm like, pay me. You ain't getting this phone back till you pay me. Or my mother like, you better pay me, man. My birthday in 2 weeks from this time and all that. Like, I need my money. I need it all too. So she just was doing a lot. And mind y'all, so in the video, everybody was thinking the style was 120 because I said 120. No, the style was not 120. It was more than that. It's just all her add-ons equaled up to 120. So I'm like, okay, at this point, like we already just fought. So I'm like, if you don't like your hair, okay, cool. You're gonna pay me for my time. Like, what the f? So just pay me for your add-ons. Like that was even 120 was a loss. But she was like, 120, you got me up and stole me, y'all. She stole me. Started beating the shit out of her. Y'all see that? She was like a quick little two-piece, quick little meet her ass, big. She felt them. She like, and I'm like, yeah, pay me. That's not her. She could fight all night. Like, you're gonna give me my money. And right after that, she took the money out of her purse and sat on the counter. She was like, it's on the counter. And I threw her phone to her. I'm like, yeah, bye. She's like, yeah, police report will be filed. All that. I don't give a f. You just tried to rob me. Tell them you just tried to rob me. But y'all, did she really file a police report? She tried to charge me for kidnapping. It was crazy. But that's the story time. Y'all see how it went. I do see things differently there. I wouldn't go fight another client. But I was young. I probably was like 14 back then. So that's what happened when the client tried to run off on me.
So yeah, y'all get the gist of the vibe here. And I gotta be real. There are a lot of unprofessional aspects about Jayla. I think she's young and talented, but she's also young and reckless. She said she was 14 at the time of that story, and she said she was smoking with her clients and fighting her client as well. She also said this was a while ago and she doesn't have this mindset anymore and she sees things differently now. And I don't know, I don't think I believe that all the way. As much as I feel like a lot of that was a valid crash out, because why do some clients think they can play with people's money? It's overall ghetto and unprofessional. With this most recent incident, another client who happened to be a 15-year-old girl was dragged by Jayla through her shop because Jayla claims that the girl tried to run and not pay her. But the client says the money was sent but accidentally sent to the wrong cash app. So this incident has sparked a much bigger debate about hairstylists, professionalism, and the ongoing tensions between service providers and the clients in the black hair community, and I'm here to talk about it. So I've broken this video down into 2 main talking points, so without further ado, let's get right into this video. So my first talking point is the problem with some hairstylists today and explaining what actually happened here.
Sit right here and listen to my sentence. I'm not playing. You just tried to run. You lucky I beat the shit out you. Yeah, so if y'all follow my Instagram, y'all know that shit just happened again. I'm saying that because y'all already know what I'm talking about, because I'm going to stop the video with that. And I'm just going to get straight into it. Y'all know I don't do too much talking. Excuse my attitude, my demeanor. I'm telling y'all the same day it happened. Y'all can tell by my clothes, so I'm kind of still irritated and not in the mood. And also, this video not going to be like the last one. It's not going to be a full 5-minute video. No, this one is going to be in parts, but it's not, y'all don't gotta wait. I'm posting all this tonight. When y'all done one video, just go to the next. All right, let's get straight into it. So boom, I'm not even saying the girl booked for a style that's not on my site, but it's like I know I can do it because I do ponytails. I do ponytails good, so I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. Yeah, I can book under this and I'm gonna do it. Mind y'all, I don't offer that style because I know it takes long. I just don't like doing it, but I'm like, I'm gonna do it for you.
Let's start with the facts. According to whatstheword.tv, a hairstylist in Washington, D.C. is going viral for dragging one of her clients through her shop for allegedly trying to run off on her after getting her hair done. At first, when the video came out, it was little to no information about what was going on. In fact, the hairstylist herself posted the video saying that the customer tried running off on her without paying her. In another video that the hairstylist posted, showed the client talking on the phone with her brother, where you can hear him basically saying, just wait until he gets there. As more videos began to circulate around social media, more details started to come out about what actually happened. The girl's brother confirmed that he did send the payment via Cash App, but it was accidentally sent to the wrong person. This situation has sparked a debate on social media about whether the hairstylist acted unprofessionally or if the brother should have confirmed the payment first. Now that we have the backstory, let's really get into it because there's a lot to unpack here. This situation to me is a prime example of why so many people have issues with hairstylists today. Over the last few years, there's been a growing frustration with how some hairstylists run their businesses. Sky-high prices, overly strict policies, and in some cases, straight up unprofessional behavior. And this DC stylist dragging a teenager through her shop, yeah, that just adds to the list, I'm not gonna lie.
She want me to take her hair out, she don't want to pay me. What the No, she's going to, her whole face is going to be on this.
Yeah, she gonna find out when I get there.
I don't get no I ain't finding out shit on, bro. I'm gonna call my uncle right now. Your ass get left head.
And yeah, Jayla is young herself. She's only 18, but I think Jayla appears older in nature due to her experiences and how she is above the pack of a typical 18-year-old lifestyle. I think she looks very much 18. Like, I can tell she's young just by looking at her. Baby still got braces on, but she is 18 and considered a legal adult. So by dragging this 15-year-old, there may be consequences, and there actually really should be. I saw people online saying, how is she supposed to know her client's age? And to me, that's a stupid question to me, because regardless, people shouldn't be putting their hands on anybody, especially somebody who serves no threat to you. The 15-year-old was obviously meek in her demeanor and did not pose a physical threat to Jayla. You can't go around putting your hands on people just because you're mad, even if you're not in the wrong. This is not baddies, okay? The first incident Jayla was in, I do get it. She was defending herself. She said the client snuck her, as she stated, and then they started fighting. Okay, I'm not mad at you for defending yourself, but in this case, it gave very much ghetto and very much unhinged. And I get her frustration, I really do, but stuff like this adds to the clash between modern day stylists and clients being serviced in hair, nails, lashes, etc. Let's be real, there's already an ongoing debate between how some stylists treat clients. We've seen everything from stylists refusing services if you don't come with your hair pre-washed, or charging extra to detangle, or charging extra for long hair, making clients wait hours for an appointment they were on time for, and still having the nerve to demand top tier pricing. And then when you do call out the unprofessionalism, it's suddenly, oh, support black businesses, or y'all don't respect hairstylists. But dragging a 15-year-old, that is not a policy issue, that's just a lack of self-control. No matter what, physically attacking the client is unacceptable, period. And in this case, the payment issue was clearly just a miscommunication. So now she looks even worse because the girl's brother did send the money, it just went to the wrong person. Instead of escalating to violence, she could have just waited for the situation to be corrected, or better yet, call in law enforcement. Jayla claims the girl was in her shop for 45 minutes after she serviced her. And to me, after about 5-10 minutes max of not getting my money, that's when I would have called the laws. But let's check out Jayla's response to this. I'm not going to play everything she said, but her TikTok will be on the screen for y'all to go check it out.
That's where you got it confused. I didn't drag her over the misunderstanding / mistake. The mistake was fine. Like, what the f? She was in my shop for 45 minutes after the mistake. I just let her know that that mistake was on her and not me, so I still needed to get paid. And if I couldn't get paid, I don't have no other choice but to take her hair out. If I can't get my money, she can't have the service. She did not want me to take her hair out. She said, okay, I'm going to keep this style in. I don't want you to take the hair out. I'm going to find somebody to send it. Okay, I waited, y'all. Hours. Y'all acting like the mistake happened, then I chose to drag her. No, that wasn't the case. Once my next client came and I started getting that wig ready, and like, you know, like I wasn't really paying that much attention to her because I was just waiting for somebody to send the money, she tried to run out the shop. That's when the drag happened, because like, come back, send the money, boo, then you can leave. And if you cannot send the money, come to the wash, but I offer the wash and blow dry and everything. But by all means, they can do whatever they want. But just know, if they press charges, so will I. It's going to be charges filed on both of us. I didn't because, like, I really don't give a f. I'm going to make my money back. But if, you know, if it go to court, oh, trust, I'm pressing my charges too. Theft of services. And on that father too for pulling out that gun on me.
So moving on to my second and final point, I have to be fair. Clients aren't always innocent either. Now, while hairstylists do deserve criticism, let's also acknowledge that clients aren't always angels either. A lot of stylists have their own horror stories of people trying to finesse their way out of paying, showing up late, disputing payments after services are done, or demanding last-minute changes without being willing to pay extra. There's a reason hairstylists are adding deposits and enforcing strict cancellation fees because too many clients have played games with their time and money. I do get it. For me, I get the argument of non-refundable deposits when people cancel on you because yes, that spot could have been filled by another client. But I think people need to cut their coat according to their size. A lot of service providers just mimic what other big name stylists do and the policies they have on their websites, and it doesn't even apply to you. I look on your booking site and every time slot between Monday and Friday is open. You're not that booked and busy, sis. And I pray that you become that because it is gradual. It even took me time before I could get consistent sponsorships on YouTube. So I'm not talking down, but I'm saying be reasonable about your policies that you implement. You have to reach a certain level of experience before you charge a certain price, have certain policies, and operate how you want. But like I said, clients are not always the best either. There's an ongoing conversation in the Black beauty industry, particularly in the hair space, about the often strained relationship between clients and stylists. While there are plenty of amazing clients who respect their beauty professionals, there's also a reoccurring pattern where some clients bring unrealistic expectations, entitlement, or even a lack of respect to the table. One of the points of contention comes from expectation versus reality. Many clients want premium services, but not many want to pay premium prices. Let's be real. Some clients show up late and still demand full services even within a tight time frame. Others cancel last minute or ghost their appointments, which directly affects the stylist's income. Then there's issues of respect for the professional's expertise. In the Black hair space, there is a deep-rooted culture for DIY hair care. Like, we all are professionals, hairstylists, just based off of what we see on YouTube, right? So some clients feel like they know more than the stylist. They'll challenge techniques, they'll question pricing, or even try to dictate the process while sitting in the chair. And of course, this can be frustrating for stylists who have spent years perfecting their craft and setting professional standards for their work. Another layer to this conversation is the social media effect. Like, let's talk about it. With platforms like Instagram and TikTok showcasing perfectly laid lace fronts and flawlessly styled styles, some clients expect the same results without considering factors like their own hair texture or maintenance habits or the time and skill required to even do the style. When things don't exactly turn out like the reference picture, there's a lot of frustration on both sides. And all of this creates a rift in the stylist-client dynamic. Some stylists respond by getting firm boundaries, strict booking policies, non-refundable deposits, and even no tolerance policies for disrespect. Others opt out of doing certain styles altogether just to avoid the drama. But on the flip side, some clients feel that stylists have become too rigid with their rules, which makes the experience feel less personable. In this situation, I get why the stylist Jayla was on edge. The girl was young, she might have not seemed trustworthy, and hairstylists deal with no-shows and non-paying customers all the time. It is frustrating when you spend hours on a service only to be left empty-handed, but still, dragging a minor, there were a million better ways to handle this. So now the question comes up, who was really at fault here? And here's my take. The hairstylist was completely out of line for getting physical. There's no justification for putting your hands on a client, especially when the issue was just a payment mix-up. She embarrassed herself, probably ruined her reputation, and turned what could have been a small issue into like a whole viral scandal. But at the same time, this should be a lesson for clients as well. Always make sure your payment is sent correctly before leaving. The brother should have double-checked before assuming the money went through, and that could have prevented the whole situation from escalating in the first place. The screenshot that was viral showed that the brother did send it to the wrong Cash App. The Cash App name on the screen says Glammed by Jay with 2 A's and 2 Y's, and then the brother asks, and what's the actual Cash App? And I believe the sister responds back and says Glammed by Jay, which is with 2 A's and 1 Y. Now, I completely understand the mishap. It's off by 1 letter. And then he says, as you all may know, that was my little sister in the video. She literally just turned 15. She never tried to run off. My sister thought she could Apple Pay her, but the girl didn't have Apple Pay, so my brother sent it via Cash App, but sent payment to the wrong Cash App. We will have a video posted soon. And me, I'll be waiting to see it. But to me, this is evidence. However, Jayla also responded back to this and said, at the end of the day, I was never paid nor asked to confirm my Cash App. I told her I understand it was a mistake, but that was a mistake on her end and not mine. And the style took way too long for me to not get paid, so she can get somebody else to send it. If not, I have to take the style out because if I can't get paid, you can't keep the service. She said yes, somebody's going to send it, and I waited patiently for someone to send it, which they never did. While I wasn't paying attention, she left out the shop and started to run. I did not know her age until after. We were the same height and size, and my booking site says 18 plus, so WTF. How was I supposed to know? I should have carried the situation differently, but I felt played with because I've been in this situation before. I still was never paid, so I posted it and said I'm going to get my money one way or another. I never picked and choose because of her age. I wasn't even aware of her age until after the situation. So someone responded back and said, I swear I saw a post saying you charged your card from the booking site and got the $150, but none of this ish matters, age or not, she was in the wrong, not like you whooped her tail. Then Jayla comes back and says, I refunded it, I just wanted to see if it was gonna go through, which she still tried to get over on me because she said she can send it in 2 weeks when she had it right then and there. I was never gonna get paid over a mistake she made. I don't know, Jayla. You charged her card to see if it was gonna go through, and it did, and you would have been satisfied because you got your money, so why did you refund it back to her? Like, this is questions I need answered. Anyway, someone else said, y'all on here giving this girl terrible advice. For one, she gotta keep her hands to herself. That girl brother and his ninjas could have ran up in her shop and blew her brains out over $150. You never know how people coming about their family, especially a child. Everybody ain't gonna play with you, which is true. Another person said, if that was my child, you wouldn't have a shop no more. I feel it. Someone else said, you can't drag people by their hair all because of mistake. LOL, you for sure should have handled it differently. Another person said, in no way, shape, or form were you wrong, because you see how everybody was with the ish until she was 15. At the end of the day, you learned from it. Just start having ID requirements and start charging cards. Everybody keeps saying you going to jail as if you beat her senseless, which she could still definitely go to jail. She put her hands on a minor. Like, what are you talking about? And yes, Jayla, you need to make sure each client uploads an ID because this is the second time someone apparently tried to play you. Plus, all payments need to be in cash before the service starts, or at least have a card on file so you could charge the card. Problem solved. Another person said, you're wrong, case closed. Someone else said, girl, you wrong AF, shut the F up and quit trying to explain yourself, lame A, loser AB. Another person said, that gives you no right to put your hands on somebody. You could have actually put you in danger touching somebody's child. I get the frustration, but nah, not the route to go. Them folks could have really did something to you putting your hands on someone's child. L's come with entrepreneurship, boo. Lastly, someone added, 1, keep your hands to yourself. 2, if your booking site says 18 and over, require ID before doing someone's hair. 3, if you're worried about getting paid, get a better payment system instead of using Cash App. Make your customers pay for half up front and the rest after the appointment. This is not a client issue, this is a you issue. If customers are not paying and walking out, that is an issue with you. If you were never paid, did you file a report? Putting your hands on people will end up getting you clapped, in jail, or the cemetery. And Jayla did say she was never paid, so I hope she is putting out a police report if that is the case. I do want to see that. Now, the last thing I'll add is Jayla tweeting, y'all feel bad because it came out to be she was 15, which I never knew. But what about me? I'm an 18-year-old business owner who constantly have to deal with people trying to get over on me. That Cash App mistake was not on me. But since she sent it to the wrong person, I was just supposed to not be paid. Like, no, that's wrong AF. It was very unprofessional, but you don't run out on nobody while they're waiting for you to send the money for your services to them when I was nothing but respectful and nice to her entire appointment. Another user said, hairstyle wasn't even worth $150. You didn't show no footage of her even trying to run off like you claiming. You just posted videos of you pressing and dragging her, and she's 15. Her brother who made the mistake was on the way to pick her up from the appointment. Okay, y'all, that is it with all of that. I will say Jayla claims the girl tried to run up the stairs and out the shop, but I have yet to see that footage. I only see the footage of the girl being dragged, so I think if the family of the 15-year-old pursues a lawsuit against Jayla needs to provide that footage and the timestamps of when she charged the $150 on the girl's card, because it seems like she could have gotten paid that way and avoided dragging her client and causing all of this backlash against her. Some people think she's right for defending herself, and I get it. This has happened to her before, but she's 18 and an adult now. Running a business is not easy. Trust me, you will take losses in business, and you have to remember that the customer is not always right, but they're always right in how your business should prioritize customer satisfaction, even if the customer is wrong. So my final thoughts, at the end of the day, this whole thing highlights a much bigger issue in the Black hair community, the lack of trust between hairstylists and clients. Clients feel like they're getting overcharged and disrespected, while hairstylists feel like they're constantly getting scammed or undervalued. And honestly, both sides have valid points, but one thing's for sure, violence is never the answer. If hairstylists want more respect, they have to maintain a level of professionalism. And if a client wants a good service, they need to respect the time and business of people doing their hair. Who do you think was most in the wrong? Jayla Amora, the stylist, or the 15-year-old client? I think the hair community gets a lot of backlash because of stylists like Jayla who flaunt their wealth and their hustle of making it big off of hair, while clients seem to not be satisfied with their work or their attitudes. Hopefully the family does press charges on Jayla, so maybe she'll understand that you can't put your your hands on people and that you have to be professional at all times. Personally, overall, I think there should be a lot more regulations within beauty service providing because it seems like we all have a story. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. If y'all haven't already, just thumbs up this video. Make sure you like it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to me. I'll have more video content this week. And as always, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
Let's go, everybody take note. Here's Queen Chioma reppin' Africa, West Coast. Hear my song on your waist, everybody get low. Got all my dogs with me like they out of Petco. Let's go, let's go. He see this brown skin ting, he can never let go. Stop guessing all these ones cause they out of petrol. X got for all these blessings in it manifesto. Extroverted, introvert, and honestly, that's really me. Went to school, I'm not a fool, it's never ever silly me. Stop the drawing out with my Tim, she has to Philly me. Not saying I'm the GOAT, but I'm tryna be a Billy me. Omali Chioma, reppin' green, white, green. Emo state, chop life with me and my team. I'm the creme de la cream, gotta pay the top price. Big hype, none like one mic.